Hello everybody and welcome back to Minecraft. We have another flippin' insane story for you today. If you watched part 17, then you know what I'm about to start talking about. Okay, so all you guys, you probably draw on your arms, right? You probably have just weird drawings that you do with Sharpies. And I did this all to remember a date. Well, not just that. It was also because, it just felt a lot to me what I started doing. Tuffy, are you okay? You started like coughing or something. Tuffy, are you having a dream? Tuffy. Baby, goodness. It started like puffing air or something. Like, did you guys hear that? Poor baby. But yeah, he has a little bell. He's joining me on this little adventure. But anyway, so basically the thing was, I wrote my name on my arm in Japanese, okay? And I also wrote a date on it. I wrote January 15th. Oh, shoot. And if you guys who've watched Parks and Recreation, then you'll understand what I'm about to say. What was it called? Gosh darn it. Oh. Treat yourself. I forgot what it was called. It's called Treat Yourself. So it's basically where you go to a mall or something. Anything you want to buy, anything you basically see that you want, you get it. It doesn't freaking matter what the freaking price is, okay? Doesn't matter if you freaking run out of money on that day. You're supposed to treat yourself with it. Oh. Let me tend to my garden real quick, people. And January 15th is me and Kinsey's Treat Yourself Day. Because January 15th is in the middle of both of our birthdays. So we kind of treat it as a little special day. And we literally love it so much. Like, when we get older and we have, our careers or whatever, we're actually going to freaking do that. Oh my gosh, work, thank you. Like I said, I've been having trouble with the Joy-Cons. Kinsey has been having trouble with the Joy-Cons. I don't really understand what's going on, but we're having some trouble with the Joy-Cons. Okay, so, anyway, so, yeah, and oh my gosh, frickin' vice principal dude, who I'm not gonna say his name because, for obvious reasons, he literally, came up to me and he told me that I need to go to the nurse's office and clean that crap off of my arms, and I was so freaking mad because he knows my attitude and how I act. He literally walked me down there. He escorted me down to the freaking nurse's office so I could get that crap off of my arms. Okay? And the whole reason they really wanted that stuff off is because of the Japanese that I wrote on my arm. Because apparently they found that offensive or whatever, and they didn't understand what it meant. And I was like, okay, I get that, okay? But I resisted like a freaking little baby, okay? I'm not, seriously though. They really freaking wanted that stuff off my arms, and I kept telling the nurse that I wasn't gonna wash it off. And then she freaking basically threatens me. She doesn't threaten to hurt me or anything, but basically she said she was going to give me ISS or something if I didn't take it off of my arms. And I was like, are you serious? So I start yelling at the nurse. And she's like, okay, does it have any significance? And I'm like, yeah, it does. And she's like, okay, would you... She basically asks if I would die if it basically was off of my arms. And I say, yes. And she's like, okay. She hands me a alcohol wipe. And she's like, there you go. It's easier to get Sharpie off of it with an alcohol wipe. And she's basically, here you go. And I'm like, are you serious? And she's like, yeah, take it off. I'm not gonna lie. I freaking trashed her bathroom. Cause she told me that I could just go in the bathroom and then wipe it off my arms. So I had to use quite a few of the wipes, and I just left them on the bathroom on the bathroom floor, okay? Oh. What was that? Frickin' scared me. What is that noise? What was that? Did you guys hear that tapping? What the heck was that? Okay, strange much Minecraft? Okay, so, yeah. I took it off, but I also trashed her bathroom. Not gonna lie, I still don't freaking feel bad about it to this day. I probably would have done the same thing if that had happened again. But I got so freaking mad at this nurse. Okay? I got so mad. And then guess what I did the next day? Yep, I put it right back off of my arm. Oh my gosh. But I actually didn't go down to the nurse's office that day. They didn't actually tell me to take it off because I wore my jacket all day, so they couldn't even see it. And I put it on my, basically the area of my arm that's next to my palm. So if I like raised my hand in class, you would see it, obviously. It's not on the back of my arm, it's on the front of my arm. So yeah, that was very... freaking ticked me off. Everybody flipping ticks me off. I don't even get surprised about it anymore. Oh yeah, I was going... Where is it? Yeah, it's over here. Sorry, I don't know where these things are. Okay. Okay, moving on. I think you guys should know a little story about my childhood. Okay? I was a freaking stupid kid. Like we all are when we're little, okay? And as a stupid kid, I decided to do the smartest thing in the world and jump off a chair. Now, most of you who are my friends from Liberty Hill, you already freaking know this story because I've told it so many flipping times because it's so stupid. But yeah, so I decided to jump off a chair. I was imagining that I was a mermaid, the chair was a rock. Okay, but let me tell you a little something about this chair. It is not a normal chair. No, it is higher than most chairs. Usually a chair that you're supposed to sit at a bar, and it does have a back. It's not a freaking stool. Okay, but basically it's taller than most chairs, okay? And it also spins, okay? Now, let me tell you a little something about Casey when she was little. She freaking had a lot of saliva like probably more than her body weighed in saliva. Like, oh my gosh, I can't emphasize enough how much saliva this little girl had. Like, every time she freaking talked to me, she had like a spit bubble, okay? I don't understand why she had so much freaking saliva, but she did, okay? And as a little kid with a lot of freaking saliva, they tend to spit a lot, okay? And as a little kid who spits, she literally got saliva all over the floor and also on the chair that I was standing on, okay? It's so stupid, okay? So basically, I had a pillow on the floor and I was gonna jump onto the pillow, okay? But guess what? Mother Nature decided to foil my plans, and I slipped on her saliva and somehow jumped farther than where the pillow is on the floor, because I literally put the pillow like right underneath, like right in front of the chair, okay? And I jumped farther than where the pillow was and broke my arm. I'm not kidding, okay? It's so freaking funny. And I keep, like, my grandma loves this because every time I would tell it, I'd be like, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. She just thought that was so hilarious. I don't know why, but she just thinks it's hilarious for some reason. I think it's kind of funny how I freaking broke my arm from jumping off of a chair. But hey, I was 7 years old when I did it. Also, in that same year, I moved to Texas for the very first time. But I didn't go to Liberty Hill because if you're 7 years old, you don't go to freaking intermediate school or junior high. You go to intermediate school when you're like 11. But me, I went to freaking intermediate school when I was 12 because they freaking held me back. If you guys know that story. So yeah, basically my entire life I'm gonna be older than most kids. So that's nice, isn't it? Makes me feel powerful for some reason. I don't really understand why, but it does. Man, I'm like gonna get rid of all these trees before I finish all my flippin' bridges. I don't understand why I need so many bridges. Oh shoot. The Joy-Con wasn't letting me move to the side. Okay, so, yeah, basically after we moved to Texas, since it's so hot in frickin' Texas, oh my gosh, I would tend to sweat a lot because it's freaking Texas, okay? And mosquitoes love sweaty people because that's just like serving them a cooked dinner right there, okay? And that cast got so flippin' itchy. I am not kidding, okay? It's like having lice, but you can't scratch it, okay? It's like having 10 mosquito bites underneath a solid rock that's covering your arm, okay? And there's just barely a little space in there that the mosquitoes can get in and they can bite you, but you can't scratch it. That's how horrifying this is, okay? Oh my gosh. And it took me over half of a year in order to get that cast off because of my flippin' arm. Okay, it broke, I broke my lower arm, and it was my wrist part that I broke. Okay, it broke in 3 different places, and I basically had to have pins put in. Okay, and I had to have surgery. Now, while I was getting this surgery, okay, so after I break my arm, my grandma gets this little cast that you can Velcro around your arm to hold it in place, right? And the funny thing is about this is they didn't actually know that my arm was broken until my grandma examined it. And she was like, oh my gosh, this thing is broken. And so she went and she got that thing, but I didn't actually cry. I just screamed bloody murder. Okay? Well, that's what Grandma says. I actually don't really remember it that much, if I'm being completely honest. And I do remember this part. Whenever we got to the hospital, they said that I would have to sit in a wheelchair. And I know when I was 7, I knew that they folded, okay? I knew that wheelchairs folded. And I was so freaking terrified that if I sat in that chair, that it would crinkle me up like a little piece of paper, okay? And I did not want to sit in that chair, okay? So I literally ran around the flippin' lobby with my broken arm. And I wasn't crying at this point. I didn't even feel it, okay? I don't remember experiencing any pain while I was running around, which is a little weird. You'd think I'd be like dying because of my freaking broken arm, but it was still in that fake little cast thing, and I didn't feel it at all. I think it was all my adrenaline from thinking I was gonna die if I sat in that wheelchair. Okay, and I wanted to sit in the wheelchair with my mom, and for some reason the hospital wouldn't let me, okay? So that's why I ran. So I ran for my life, and they chased me down, and they forced me to sit in the wheelchair, and that was it. That was end of conversation right there. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. The cord is like really tickling my arm right now. But yeah. Also, this was pretty funny. While I was being put under, because I had to have surgery so they could put the pins in me. So while I was being put under, the nurse lady, I don't really remember what she was, but she asked me what was my favorite fruit, and I said strawberry. People, don't say strawberry. Don't say strawberry, don't say cherry, or don't say grape, okay? Because they are literally the worst tasting medicine in the world. Okay, it was apparently like this gas to make me fall asleep, but it tasted like liquid strawberry flavored medicine. It was so disgusting. I can't even emphasize how much that was freaking disgusting, okay? It made me freaking gag. And apparently there was like this window outside the surgery room, and my mom was looking at me while I was being put under. I don't know if she watched the whole thing, probably not, But, so yeah. And I thought I was, I was trying so hard not to fall asleep, okay? And I thought I was doing a frickin' heckin' good job in not falling asleep. Boy, was I wrong. She actually said that I fell asleep in like less than 8 seconds because they had you count down. And I think I remember getting to 2. I think I remember counting to 2, and then that's when I fell asleep basically. But oh my gosh. I felt like I stayed awake for like almost until I hit 10. But I was so wrong. Okay, so shoot. Okay, well we hit the 20-minute mark. Hope you guys enjoyed those little stories I had to tell. Because I honestly think they're hilarious. And I think you will think they're hilarious because they are hilarious. And they're pretty stupid. But, you know, I'm a pretty stupid teenager. And apparently, I'm a very stupid 7-year-old too. So, yay. Hope you enjoyed this little adventure of my life so far. And I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I will do an episode tomorrow, but like I said, I got a lot of work to do because we're moving Mackenzie into my room and we're moving Casey into her room. So they're basically switching. So, yeah. But anyway, see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.